losing $1,304 trading TJX. Welcome on into the video, guys. Let's talk about it. This is a swing trade that I had on from about a couple of days. Maybe I got it on Monday. It's Wednesday now. Just don't like what we got. I'll show you the charts in a second. Just don't like what we got going on. This was traded on a $200,000 account, on a $25,000 account, and a $10,000 account. That's how we get to the current P&L, which if you look at the P&Ls, not big really across all the accounts. Like, just give me a winner and this is all wiped out and some, but we have been dry. It's been dry. It's been a dry spell. So let's get into it. I still think it has potential. Don't get me wrong. I just did not like how we closed and I just don't want to play this. I just don't. If we re-break, I will consider it. So it was on the weekly time frame. Really, I was looking for this breakout above these highs. I like it. I like this little dip to those lows right there. We had really good strength at the back end of, or really on the backside of the tariff whole debacle. And then it broke out. I was like, yo, here we go, right? This thing survived the tariffs. We're at all-time highs. We're breaking out. We're looking good. And now the market bounces back a little bit. And then it's like, So maybe it's not time. And if it's not time, it's not time. It's okay. And so my view is we it is time, when she's ready, she'll go and I'll be there for her whenever she's ready. So just didn't like we broke out, had a nice strong close on Monday. Tuesday, not a great close, but not terrible. Still holding up pretty well. After Wednesday, I go, you know what? I'm not liking it. Could I have held it to the stop? Yeah, I could have held it and maybe it never hits. Maybe it never hits, but I'd be happy to re-enter this guy if it gets back up in here, and I'd re-enter it above 130, and I would get back in, and we'd play the same game. That's what I would choose to do. So that's really it. Nothing crazy about this one. Just kind of one of those, she's not quite ready. Sometimes they'll go, sometimes they won't go, sometimes they'll still hold within the trend. Like it's totally fine. Totally, you could sit back and say, yeah, you shouldn't have taken this off. You could stay in. I don't like what we have. I don't want the overnight risk. It's only about like 1.5%, 2% away from my stop loss. Given with a news cycle right now, not worth the overnight risk. The other position that I have open right now has huge leeway. I'm giving it tons of room to fall before we hit my stop. So that one I'm fine holding overnight risk. I just don't need to have two of them that are both longs. So I figure I get out of this one and we can reconsider if she re-breaks in another time or at another time. So that was the recap there. Nothing crazy. If you're looking for a place to track all your trades, TradeZella, TC10, code TC10, saves you 10%. Hopefully we'll have some better days, soon. But again, right, we're just kind of in that There's a couple trades I think this month that were, the last trade on NVIDIA should not have been a loss, should have been at least a break even, and a couple minor things here and there, but nothing big, So being down like $7,000 sounds like a lot, and it is a lot relative to what I'm used to trading because of the sizing, but in the grand scheme on $225,000 accounts, I don't know, what's $7,000? It's not that much. You do the math, it's like 3%. Literally, I'm down 3% on the month, which okay, I'm in 3% drawdown. Okay, and I feel like I've been sucking wind and I've got nothing going for me here right now. So when the winds turn and the tide turns and maybe we get a couple that go our way, we'll be back in business pretty soon, pretty quick. So I'm not worried. I'm managing I think I'm managing the risk pretty well. Couple minor little things here and there, but I think I'm managing the overarching big picture risk is being managed pretty well. The small stuff could be getting some minor things, but at the same time, it's just I think it's also partially just a different environment. Should I say tougher? Well, to some it's not tough. To some, this environment is not very tough. To some, it's very tough. If you're a options trader who's been trading, strangles, straddles. This you could be crushing potentially right now because we're getting volatility up, down, up, down. If you're a directional guy, a momentum guy, it's not necessarily that easy to be getting this momentum, to be find that momentum. So that's all I'll say about that. We'll see what happens. Still got a good couple of weeks, about 2 weeks left or so, about a half week here, and then we got a full week and then a half week left in the month. So anything can happen. Not that it really matters, but what happens in the next 2 weeks, right? It's just a month. It's just some arbitrary time restraint that you're putting on something. Who cares? But yeah. So we'll see how it goes. I still think it's like a perfect, like it's a time where I think I could have done it in the past. I probably would have done a lot worse to myself, where I would have gotten caught up in using the bigger size accounts and potentially spiraling. I realistically though, dude, with these account sizes and stuff, I think it's a part of like the past 2 years of slowly increasing and building that like track record, and then also just making more money in my own endeavors outside of trading. So like I don't feel pressured to this stuff. So now like the dollars and cents, now will it be nice? Don't get me wrong. Fund the prop firm accounts and then take a $10,000 payout, a $5,000 payout. Will that be nice? Oh, fuck yeah, it will. Fuck yeah, it will. It's going to feel really nice. But am I like overly worried about that? Am I overly, fixated on that? No. When the time comes, the time comes. However long it takes, it takes. That's kind of my approach. So with that said, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I'll see you in the next recap. I don't envision anything crazy happening near term, but you never know. Stay tuned. Peace.